Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back. Today it's a really special. It's an early morning here in Columbus, and I've got two great friends again. Thanks for joining me again. Last time we had a lot of fun. Ryan Druseikis, Brian Truckley.
What's up, Gerga? Thanks for having us again. Yep.
I'm really glad to have these two special guests again. So, I think. Starting off with a trigger warning. Turn back if you get upset easily or you're sensitive. This might be too sensitive for you. But we're going to start off with the USA women's soccer team, because they're annoying. So, let's kick it off with, I don't know if you guys are savvy to the stuff in the news right now, but one of the girls, unfortunately, it's going to upset people right off the get. I don't really care to know their names. My parents could tell. My sister played soccer growing up, right? Okay, yeah. So she did Junior Olympic soccer. We traveled Europe. This girl, superstar. So they're really into that stuff. They know their names. I don't. So I don't care to know.
So I've got a little bit of context here.
Yeah, that girl. What's her name?
So her name is Megan Rapinoe. First of all, let's start off by saying that last night the U.S. women's national team beat France in Paris 2-1. So congrats to them.
No, we're gonna get to that. No, stars. Not congrats to that. Shut up.
I think that they're great. However, they do have some players. One in particular here. Her name is Megan Rapinoe, and she takes a pretty hard stance here politically. So Alex, I'll let you take it from there.
Well, okay, so she's in a Twitter war with Trump. Classic. But okay, she's out here going, "I'm not gonna go to the White House if we win." And Trump's going, win first, A, and B, who said I was going to invite you? And how about, most of all, you're representing the country, right? Like, maybe you shouldn't shit on the country while you're representing it on the national stage. She's disrespecting the anthem, and you know us Americans and how we feel about that damn anthem. But it's like, yo, you are representing the country on a national stage, and your team won't let you kneel, and you're a little white girl, and they won't even let you kneel. And the best you're allowed to do is have your arms behind your back and your head down, not putting your hand over your heart like the rest of your team. It's like, if you hate us so much, why are you here? Why is it like we disrespect you so much? Why don't you go to the pretty boy mannequin up north in Canada where he cries in front of his parliament because he just doggone hurt the LGBTQ so much the parliament owes them everything? It's like, then why are you here? Why do you work your entire life and existence to represent a country you want to disrespect? Oh, because it sucks to live in Canada. That's why. It's because this is the doggone best place to be, and you know it, but you need something to make yourself special, and my struggle is harder than everybody else. So the annoying part here is she's representing our country, and she's disrespecting it at the same time.
Exactly. Well, and I think it goes beyond that too. You think about, not just the World Cup. You think about the Olympics also, and the entire purpose is to put politics aside and to come together and have friendly competition. But when you use that as the stage for a political statement, then you open up the conversation to whatever you want. Of course, there's something to be said for using the power of your voice to vocalize what you want. However, when it comes to something like this,
do it on the right stage.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, do it in the right context. And when you put the jersey on, it's a uniform. Everybody wears the same uniform because you all belong to the same team and you represent the same country. Don't use that as your stance, even if you disagree with somebody politically. That's
and how about this one? You're on a team, right? So you have your opinion, which you're entitled to. No one said you had to go visit the king, the Lord, Trump himself. But you're invited. And who are you to put a wedge in your team, in the locker room, and belittle your friend, your team, your brother, your sisters who want to go? And so now there's this divide where the other lesbians on the team are going, if you go, you hate all of us. And it's like, okay, so now people who've done nothing, like, have your own opinion about Trump, what he's done, but to put his sins on completely innocent people, sisters on your team, goes to show how heartless and cold-hearted you truly are.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, and the fact that I'm going into yesterday rooting for the most cockroach country in the European Union. Like, I'm not even rooting for my own country. You have me so irritated that I'm rooting for France. And if you remember the last time we talked, France is disgusting.
Yeah.
So, what? And how about this one? A little anecdotal story. There was this 21-year-old girl who made it. She worked her whole life to get to the USA soccer team. She gets there, and she's Mormon from Utah. And
She have to go on their mission.
They were going to make her. It was at the beginning of June. LGBT love plus divided. They
Plus divided by.
They had the special jerseys where the numbers were rainbow. And she said, it's against my religion. I can't support this. I'm not going to wear this jersey. And as a result, she was forced to quit.
What?
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't wear the rainbow
What?
jerseys. It's like, guys, you're dividing the team. It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I just feel like you're on the national stage and disrespecting a country that all I can do is question why you're here, though. You know, like, and everybody goes, that's such a Republican redneck response. It's like, no, that's not me. But at the end of the day, it's like, why are you here? It's either it's not that terrible, or you're trapped, or you like, I don't know what it is, because in this globalized world, you can literally live and move anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to go move to Dubai? Pack your bags, honey, you're going. Like, wherever you want to go, that's the world we live in today. So why are you here? Because it's pretty damn great. Free market, free voice. I mean, yes, there's more laws than we can count, but at the same time, it's the most freedom you're going to find.
Well, and you know, at the same time, I'd like to point out an example here of a class act on the national stage when they're playing sports. If you remember back to the 2014 Winter Olympics, TJ Oshie was the shootout, the shootout performer for the United States Olympic hockey team, and you know, he I think he had 7 shots, and it scored out of 4 of the 7. But in his post shootout interviews, you know, I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but the interviewer goes, "How does it feel to be an American hero?" And he goes, "The American heroes are wearing camo. That's not me." And you have an instance like that where, you know, anything that's political was left out because it doesn't matter. You know, when you're playing on this national, you know, on this international stage, then, you know, the purpose is for you and your teammates to represent your country. And a class act like TJ Oshie is, in my opinion, how I think that all
Yeah, I couldn't agree
that
more.
Perform in that capacity should conduct themselves.
I think one of the deficits our society faces is not having mandatory military service. Dude, my buddy Jake, how about this? Brother Jake, I grew up with this guy. I don't remember if you remember when we were talking about France, and I said I grew up with my favorite French impression where he's like, "You want to fight?
Yeah.
Puh, that's surrender." I love Jake. So it was Jake's birthday yesterday. Okay. So I go, "Happy birthday, Jake." Jake's serving in Hawaii right now. He's deployed in Hawaii. Jake goes, "My day's going to be terrible. Or, you know, today's going to suck." And I was like, classic Jake. He's such a freaking Debbie Downer. And I'm like, "What's up, Jake?" And he's like, "I'm getting OC spray today. It's like pepper spray, but times 10. And I'm like, "Happy birthday, bro." I'm like, "Please send me pictures and stuff." And like, dude, his face looked terrible. Like, you couldn't pay me to ever do that.
Oh, that shit's hardcore. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
and so here's a guy on his birthday losing his face, right? And you want to be like, there are countries with mandatory military service, and I'm not saying, like, I will give the special liberal I will concede to them that there is a slippery slope to patriotism, right? Like, diehard nationalism can lead to a crazy onslaught like the Holocaust,
Of course,
right?
yeah,
So, like,
right.
that is true. But a complete lack thereof is, what was the famous line? A house divided cannot stand? That's literally dividing it into two. We will be 350 million little bits that will not be cohesive at all, especially if we let these Dems run to the high heavens and tear down the wall and let everybody in. We'll never have anything.
So you think that we should all have mandatory military
Dude,
service?
it didn't. I was afraid. I will say I was never going to join because I looked at those people like, you are signing up to die at somebody else's hand and will. How crazy is that? Until you're exposed to these people. One of my really good friends, Adam, from law school, he served his 4 years, went to college, and he got to see the world, and it built a lot of character in him. And you can, when you hang around these people, you converse with them, you really get to see what they lived, you have nothing but thanks. Anytime I see people in uniform anymore, it's like, I lived an entire life of fun with you guys in college. I got to grow by tripping and making mistakes and evolving as a person. These boys were 18 and had to man the fuck up because you're about to kill people at the hands of somebody else's will. And that is just so... And we have PTSD. My sister works at the VA hospital. People are broken over this. We break people on the regular, and we're killing people. Ours and others. And it's like, when you can willfully prance through life on free, scholarships because you're damn good at soccer, and you get through life being a superstar, and you have a lot of people listening to you, I guess the message here is, don't lose sight of what people are sacrificing for you to be an ignorant ass.
Yep.
We are part of a tribe. That is it. We are Tribe America. And so you can't be getting upset when we're like, hey, let's kind of vet who we're letting into the tribe. We're kind of running out of space. You want to yell that there's kids in cages? It's not necessarily they're in cages. They're in abandoned Walmarts because they're coming in the hundreds of thousands on the daily, and we're running out of room. Every piece of land is accounted for in America. What do you want us to do with these people? So it's like, yeah, I agree with you. But do we really want to pretend anymore that the gay struggle is as bad as it once was? If you come out at 15 right now to your parents, there's no world where they ostracize you, right? Am I right? The government will take your kid away before they let you ostracize your kid.
This is the most tolerant era that the United States has ever experienced.
I think the world has ever experienced.
Exactly, yeah. And this is gonna sound.
I mean, you hear stories of parents pushing their kids to think like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we're in a time where, and I don't mean for this to sound ignorant or anything, and I apologize if it comes off that way, but we're in a time where being a part of the LGBTQ plus divided is it's normal and, dare I say, mainstream. So if you meet someone and you find out that they're gay, it's not the same triggered reaction that you would have back in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s.
How about this? So I sit down with probably the smartest professor in the building at my law school. He's my favorite. We sit down, and I'm just like, hey, can I pick your brain? I'm just curious. You started working here when you were 25, and now you're a grown adult with kids and a family. Now that you're at this point, what has the evolution been like in the classroom? You've seen so much. What have you noticed? What's the biggest thing? He teaches, I don't want to get into the classes he teaches, but, freedom of speech kind of stuff. And so anyway, he goes, the one thing that I've noticed, and it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just the one thing that I've noticed is, okay, I guess in constitutional law, we're discussing the right to marriage, all of these, the liberties in the Constitution. And he goes, without a doubt, before, there used to be a divide between opinions. There would be people that are like, I don't think gays should get married. And then there were people that are like, are you kidding me? They need to get married, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, in 2012, they passed it, so then gay people could get married. And even then, there was still a debate in the classroom. It is now where the whole classroom, there's no conversation on it at all. It is without a doubt, of course, like, and you know, we should only encourage more people to be gay. Like, and he's like, it's just snowballing in a crazy rate. And I mean, I'm not saying to make that's not a good thing, that's not a bad thing. It's just very interesting to what you're saying. It's like where we're at right now, it's like there is no doubt. It's like, okay, yeah, there's, you know, my sister, she quick to fire right back at me at the dinner table of like, no, gay people can't choose it. This is genetic. This is what, you know, whatever. We don't know, but we know it's not. This is them. This is out of their control. And the fact that is an innate, like, not assumption, but like innate instinctive knowledge anymore. That, like, it's like you're not living in this that pre-world of that primitive world of everybody must be man and woman holding a Bible. Like, no, chill. That's not what we live in anymore. And you made it to the highest level of your career that you pursued. Yeah. Did your struggle was it really that hard? You are the top in the world.
I mean, Megan is one of the best soccer players in the world. And so, it baffles me that somebody could disrespect everything, you know, all the opportunities that have been afforded to her based on what she perceives to be the only, you know, the single biggest threat to who she is. You know what I mean? Which ultimately, and you know, I'll say this until I die, the most powerful person in the country is not the president, it's the chairman of the Fed, I think, yeah. Jerome Powell has more influence over everything in the country than the president does because he controls money, he controls interest rates without any kind of consideration from Congress or anything. He can raise and lower interest rates however the fuck much he wants, and it could drastically alter the entire economic landscape of the country. So that being said, you know, you do have, you know, people in political chairs who, you know, influence policy and everything, but still, the president, in my opinion, isn't the most powerful person in the world. But when you give somebody like Trump, who has an alpha male mentality like that, and you give him the recognition that I think he's looking for in something like that, then you validate everything that he's already thought. Right. You know, you scream loud enough, and they'll hear you, and when it gets, you know, when you scream loud enough and they hear that, some people don't, you know, everything you do makes a statement, and that statement isn't always interpreted the way that you want it to be interpreted. And so when you have an instance like this where, you know, Megan is screaming, you know, metaphorically loud like this, it's just validating everything that she is standing against that she sees in the president.
Right. But remember, there's a lot of lesbians on the soccer team, so they're all banding together and, you know, guilting the other players and making a whole... It's like, okay, I'm not going to be that reporter that tells LeBron, you know, just dribble a ball. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not saying keep your mouth shut and stick to soccer. But I'm also going to really push back on the fact that there are people who have extensive knowledge and research in these topics, and they don't even get heard. So maybe you need to recognize where your I don't know, professionalism lies, right? Like, I can't kick a ball like you, but can you rattle off, you know, Plato's Republic like me? Probably not. And those are pillars to what makes up society. So where does your knowledge fall short? And the sad part is, with these types of people, you have people who won't want to have conversations. Like, if you had somebody who was an intellect, like Jordan Peterson, go, you know what? You're getting a lot of attention. You seem to be very passionate about speaking and debating on this topic. Why don't you sit down with somebody who's completely entrenched into these topics, and let's have and they won't. You know, when you go on your when you go on your Tinder and you're swiping through girls, you know every third one is if you voted for Trump, go fuck yourself and swipe left. And it's like, you don't even know me. So it's like, the fact that you're willing to completely write off a human existence, not even, listen, I'm not saying you should be sleeping with the person, I'm not saying, but the fact that you can't even befriend or sit down and have a legitimate conversation with the other because you're so the way they politically operate is so cancerous and so anti-production that it's heartbreaking, and it makes it almost impossible to work with, and leaves you rooting for freaking France. Okay, like back to it all comes full circle. Like I'm here rooting for France because you won't have a political conversation with the other, right? Like they're the bad guy. We're gonna cut you off. But the fact that every time I walked in my house, I woke up, made myself my cup of coffee, about to go to work. My mom's got the TV on with the news. We're hearing this chick. I come home. Right when I come home through the door, hearing her again. Now I'm sitting down for dinner. It's the 8 o'clock. Boom. It's about to go to bed. Boom. It's like, one. That means we're really...
Sports Center.
But it's like, man, damn, we're really lacking content today, aren't we, news? But two, it's like, we've got nothing, but this is the perfect wedge. We're here to put the wedge in society. She's going to play it.
That's what the media does, dude.
It's killer,
that's
man.
Why it just doesn't fail.
And it's cancerous to us as a whole. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yo, maybe we should switch tones. What were you going to bring up about time travel?
All right, so hard switch on topics here. Honesty hour. I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. Was watching the movies here recently, and got to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I've read these books as a kid, but when you get to, I'm 26 years old now at this point, and when you watch different movies and read different the books that you read as a kid, and you read them later, or you watch those movies later, your perspective on them changes. And I was watching this movie, and I kind of had this realization. If you're familiar with the series, then you know that in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is the third installment in the series, there's this thing that Hermione has called the Time Turner. Mm-hmm. And it's this thing that basically lets her take more classes than literally she can fit in her schedule.
She just loves to learn.
She just really wants to learn, right? So, but here's the problem is... And this is not the first instance where we've seen something like this, but as soon as you open up the world to the possibility of time travel, you ruin the entire plot, because now you can just blow everything out of the water. And I think the shittiest thing is later on in the series, J.K. Rowling, because I think people started asking that same question. They're like, well, if there's time travel, then why didn't they just go back in time and do this and this and this and this? And J.K. Rowling, I think, realized that she fucked up and had to mitigate it later on in the series. And she came up with this really shitty, like, oh yeah, there was only one in the world, and it broke, and they didn't make another one, so now there's no more time travel.
Yeah, but can we also acknowledge that J.K. Rowling's out here morphing her stories all the time, like, Dumbledore's gay! And we're all like, hey, no one asked for that, okay?
Right, yeah. Right, yeah. There's that. Yeah, she's coming up after the series and like, oh yeah, no, I made it pretty clear, and it's like, no, you didn't. There was nothing in there to suggest it. So anyway, you open up the world to time travel, and all of a sudden your story's fucked. Like you ruin everything, because you can say, like, well, why didn't you do this before it? If this fucked up thing happened, then why didn't you just go back in time and stop it from happening?
For like a series of movies like Harry Potter, or just like a single movie?
I think just in general, it
ruins the story.
I think in the Prisoner of Azkaban, like that for sure was an easy cop out, just so everything made sense. But have you guys seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Oh yeah.
That's about time travel.
That's the point I was trying to make. I didn't know how. How high of an echelon, like.
Well, I agree with Druseikis that I think it's a cheesy cop out to a like dead-ended story. Like if you're like, okay, we got to this point, I don't know how we get out of this corner. You're like, time travel, boom, and like it's too late. Spoil the end game. It's here. If you haven't seen this shit by now, too late. I hated the end game as somebody who was completely like indulged into that story from the beginning of the first one. We were first in line. Yeah, every single one. First in line for the first Avengers. I was in high school, my senior year. Left school to get there to wait 4 or 5 hours to get into this movie, and here I am in law school. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to see it when it comes out. Like, I've made it to where I wanted to be. I'm going to see the movie that I've waited 8 years for. So we go in there, and I'll tell you what, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. And first off, not Endgame. What was the one before Endgame?
Infinity War.
Infinity War was the best movie of the series. That was incredible. And where it left all the cliffhangers and all the movies leading up to it, there were a lot of cliffhangers, man. And I'm going into this movie like, oh man, how are they going to get out of it? Iron Man is just stranded in space. How are they going to get him out? You have Ant-Man just stuck in the quantum realm. How are they going to get him out? Half of these people are dead. Do you know how irritating it? Thanos just killed all these people. How are they going to kill him? Within the first 5 minutes, Captain Marvel just picks up Iron Man, takes him home. Ant-Man's just like, oh, here I am. I just came out. I was just bored and I decided to come out. And you're like, wait, what? Like, literally the end of Ant-Man was just like, he's stuck. He's never getting out. And then right at the beginning of this movie, he's like, I got bored. It was in there. I was
out of the truck.
What? And then it's like, oh man, how are they going to kill Thanos? The girl grabs the axe and hacks his head off immediately.
As he was guarding.
What?
Classic.
Head off. Bingo. On the floor. He didn't even put up a fight.
Nope.
Everybody's like, he was tired and drained of energy after snapping his fingers. He had a long day. He was drained from the snap. The Hulk snapped his fingers and wasn't screwed up that bad to the point where a woman could just walk up and go and hack his head off. Dude, it was so terrible. And then Thor was fat with a beard the whole movie. You're like, all right, this is cute for a little while, and then here comes the big fight. You're like, it's gonna go away. Nope. Nope.
They just wanted to
got chunky Thor. Yeah.
But why did we get into this terrible, terrible movie? Because they had all these cliffhangers. How are they gonna get you? And then they spent the whole movie with time travel. It was just like, well, we're going to go back and get the jewel. We're going to go back and get that jewel. It's just a stone.
I agree. It's an easy cop-out. It's an easy escape from doing something more elaborate and thought.
From being creative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the whole Harry Potter series. But as soon as that happened, then it's like everything from that point on, I'm like, why didn't they just go back in fucking time and stop this from happening, or redo this thing that they fucked up?
No, but they just kept going over and over again on the same hour of like, oh, there's the werewolf. Oh, look, and it's like, you could have gone back way farther.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Like, and then J.K. Rowling's like, oh no, there's only one, and now it's broken, and there are no more, and we can't make another one. It's like, dude, okay.
Okay, but can we acknowledge that when you did have
magic?
Yeah.
Like, really?
When you had
another one? You can't fix it if it ever breaks?
You could turn my chocolate into a legitimate hopping frog, but you can't bring
these fucking fire come out of a piece of wood, but you can't fix a little mechanic. I'm looking at the picture here on my laptop. Like, so another thing here. Apparently, you can buy this shit online if you want. The one
one of my buddies that we went to Universal Studios, and he went to go buy one for his girlfriend. I'm pretty sure he did.
Dude, my brother spent $65 buying a wand. He bought a legitimate wand.
Your younger brother?
Kevin.
Oh no! I was really worried you were going to say that.
It's gonna be like Cole. Okay,
Woof.
I get it.
Yeah. It had felt, black felt that it just sat in real nice, like it was trying to be fancy.
Ooh.
It's $65.
Ugh, woof.
Hold on. On a better note, I'm gonna get us the exact number. But you know the new Star Wars world?
Yeah.
So they just built that new Star Wars world at Disney. Let me get you the exact price. I'm gonna over $200. Ooh.
What, just for admission or for
No.
Oh, for your own lightsaber.
For your own custom lightsaber, over $200 for a very realistic custom lightsaber.
And that stuff is selling like
dude.
hotcakes.
We went to Hollywood Studio.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, serious?
We went to the Hollywood one, whatever. I think it's Hollywood Studios, but that might be Universal. So, whatever the movie one is in Disney.
MGM.
Yeah.
Oh, MGM. Yeah, right. Yeah.
They have a Star Wars area there before they, like, as Star Wars World was being built. That you should have seen. Okay, so they had this section where it was like metal. It wasn't like plastic. It was like legitimate material where you could get like, you know, maybe 2-inch, 3-inch long pieces like this, and they all fit into each other, and you could create your own lightsaber. Mm-hmm. Dude, you should have seen these 5, 6, 15-year-old monkeys just fighting each other over. It was a table that had to have been at least 20, 30 feet long. Of just bins receded into the table of these pieces, and I shit you not, they are attacking each other. Poof, poof, and you're like, yo, the lightsaber's going nowhere. They've got like infinite amounts in the back, kids. Everybody's getting one, dude. And my dad's they were like $115, and I'm like, what losers? My dad's like, man, if this was 10 years ago, you would for sure be fighting me to get one of those. And I'm like, no. He's like, for sure.
How do you question me on this? I've done it before. Yeah.
Dude, just walk. But you're right. They are. This shit is crazy expensive. And they're not just selling it. It's not like, you know, 15 a day. It's like there are brawls over this stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I have heard that the Star Wars world is like sweet though.
I hear it's incredible.
I've heard it's dope.
Did you hear what happened? There were people going to the park and getting all the free shit, like, you know, picture your classic just plastic white cup, like not
white.
No, like the kind of like that, but it's like that flimsy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like thin, you can. It's like a smoky clear.
Yeah.
Dude. People were selling those for like $50 online. I mean, there's not even a logo, nothing. It's just a cup from the park. People were selling sporks and stuff. And, you know, they had like little special design sporks. Dude, Disney's not they cut like all their free shit down to like the bare bones, like napkins and straws, because people were flipping them and selling them on eBay to other people that can't get to the park. And it's like, Disney, people are paying $150 to get in your damn park. The least you could do is let them flip a cup for $15.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
who would buy that, though? Why?
Dude.
Why would you buy?
Why has Disney not died? They've had how many terrible movies in a row now, ever since Disney bought it? Why won't Star Wars die? That's what I meant to say. Sorry, I misspoke. Why won't Star Wars die? Why did Star Wars get resurrected? Mm-hmm. Because it's just an unbeatable brand. The term cult classic, understatement for Star Wars. This is a global phenomenon that has books, video games, and like you name, like comic books and stuff that are well off the beaten path of what people imagine Star Wars to be. There's so many cartoons and stuff on Netflix you could find that aren't the traditional movie series, and even, but it's like that traditional movie series has been terrible in my opinion, and it's like they can't die. They would, as long as they make content, there will be people eating that shit up. Yep. So they're able to sell that stuff because there's just crazy fans out there. Mm-hmm. Have you been to Harry Potter World?
No, I haven't.
Dude,
I've heard good things about that too.
Even though I've heard it's packed. Their butterbeer will make you cream. Yeah, it is so good.
Is it actually alcoholic? Like, is it beer?
They have an alcoholic butter beer that they just added, but it's a beer and it's really not the same.
Yeah. Okay.
But they have a drink that's like a caramel soda.
Oh.
With a butter cream like froth that they put at the top. So I'll go there and I'll chum up the girl. I'll chum up the girl that's like filling up the cups and ask for an extra. So J.K. Rowling's really strict on like the portions, and so because dude, the cream is like gold. Like they push a button and it gives out the perfect same amount every time. Just. And so I was like, I'd always try to chum them up and get an extra push of the button. Like, put more of that cream in. Dude, it is the greatest drink under the sun. It's Florida. It's 92 degrees. You've been waiting in line for amazing rides all day. And they give you this cup. There is nothing more refreshing under this sun than a butterbeer. But anyway, Harry Potter World's awesome. You need to go. Oh, yeah. That's why, like, if Star Wars is anything like that, awesome. Butterbeer's incredible, dude. I could talk about butterbeer, but yeah, dude, you need to get to Harry Potter World. It's awesome. And then they built another Harry Potter World. So they had Orlando. There's Islands of Adventure, and they just built something in Hollywood Studios or whatever across the park. Mm-hmm. So now there's a train, like the train that connects the two. And so they have, like, 9 3/4 where you enter the train, and the train itself from the one park to the other, and there's like a move, like the windows are movies, and like the door has, so you can see shadows, and it's like you're on the train, and then there's a different movie on the way back. And so, dude, it's incredible. They killed it. You go to Gringotts in the other park. You go, the coolest ride there is you're in Gringotts Bank, and you're going through the bank, and it's just, they killed it. And I'm sure Star Wars is the same. Oh, and I want to see Avatar too, man. That Avatar looks. Did you see? Let's see when it comes out. I'm very curious.
Avatar 2?
Did you see what Universal's next park is going to be?
No. Oh, is it going to be an Avatar world?
No. 2 Avatar worlds. They are building a Mario World, a Super Mario World.
Oh, man.
Yeah!
Oh, man, I'm ready for it.
Yes!
I'm so ready for it.
Let's see. I'm curious when we'll open at Universal Parks.
The Universal.
OrlandoParkStop.com. They started construction June 2017.
Oh, man. Super Nintendo World, yep. Oh, this is incredible.
Unfortunately, it's the one in Hollywood and the one in Singapore. But hey, boys, let's go to California.
Let's just go to Singapore.
Let's go to Singapore.
Sounds like it's our only option.
Hey, and if the Earth is flat, that's an easy trip just right across the disc there.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine, like...
Or if we could just time travel.
Yeah. How do you time travel to a place you've never been?
You skip ahead in time to after the flight, so you don't have to deal with it.
Oh, of course, absolutely, yeah.
I like flights.
Oh.
No, there's no way you like flights.
I love being on a plane, man.
No way.
No. Oh.
Dude, I have the worst luck on a plane. It is crazy. Did I tell you about the dude I had to sit next to?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Dude, okay, so I'm feeling good, right? I don't have anybody sitting next to me on this flight from London back over to JFK. And it's getting down to like just a few passengers are left. Some old dude comes on and
woof.
Woof. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Home Alone. But anyway, this old dude comes on and him and his wife are in 2 different seats. And he goes to the flight attendant and he says, I don't know what's going on, but I booked them together, but they're not together. Can you help me out? Like, can we move up to first class? And he's like, no, I can't do that. He asked the guy behind me, sir, do you mind moving up 1 row? That means he would be sitting next to me. And I hear, oh, yeah, totally, I'll move.
No!
Dude, he looked like a sumo wrestler. Would think this dude is fat. Like this dude was enormous, and he smelled like a tire fire. Dude, he smelled so bad. He goes and sits down next to me like everything's all fine. I don't even sit down. I look over at the flight attendant. I see his name. I go, Philippe, is this a full flight? Like, be real with me, man. Like, because he knows what I'm thinking. Like, I'm about to like kill myself. Like, 6 hours next to this shit. He goes, hold on, let me check. He's like, here's an entire row just for you. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
Sounds like this dude needed the entire row just for himself.
They're like passing out, your, what do they call them? The sleeping.
Oh, the sleep mask or
masks,
whatever.
Yeah. Wow, I couldn't think of that. In the earbuds. He leans over because he's in the other row. He goes... can't remember the chick's name. I don't know. Mary. Give him the first class one. He had to deal with something up there. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, this dude is awesome. And he was just hooking me up all flight with anything I wanted.
Oh, hell yeah.
For free?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
How did you befriend this guy?
Honestly, I
What
think
did you do?
he just
Blow him
felt-
in the back?
I just think he felt so bad for me. Like, dude, I cannot describe. I mean, actually, my brother took a picture of this guy when he got his bag off the plane. It was the funniest thing.
Oh my god.
But no,
That's
dude, this
gold.
guy was raunchy to say the least.
Oh, gross, man.
So yeah, that was an example of me on the plane.
Well, so going back to Super Nintendo World
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like a real life version of Mario Party?
Dude!
That would be
How
incredible.
fucking dope would that be?
You know what you
I
could
wouldn't
do?
leave.
So imagine
Yeah,
this.
I really wouldn't leave.
Imagine how you could do this. Okay, you know how you have fair games?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fill up the balloon, pop it, throw the ball, knock over the heavy pins, bounce the ball off the backboard into the, whatever. You could have a track around the park where, like, every
Mario Kart.
3-1, that would be incredible. You should do a Mario Kart track around the park. But
Oh man.
Yep.
I was thinking like an area, in Cedar Point where they have the game area.
Mm-hmm.
If you had an area like that where you had a square track around the park, and you had like the size of this room would be 1 block, and it's just blocks like on the ground painted, like the board, and goes through the and then every block on either side, like alternating sides, you have a fair game, and you pay someone to work it, but you're not charging people to play them.
That's the mini game.
So as the mini game,
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun as fuck.
And then you have one crazy dude, this Bowser, going around trying to murder you. And you just hope to God you get out of there alive.
Yeah! He might be on the track chasing the go-karts. He might be around the...
No, that's real fire.
You have a dude as Bullet Bill who's just
Literally,
running
he's
into
got
people,
he's got a backpack on and a flame torch, and he's just like,
Man, this is so authentic. No, like that's not us. Like that's just some dude out here.
First they show Timmy and he's like, ah! And then they show Timmy and he's like charcoaled on a bench, like, welcome to Mario World!
What are those dudes that like throw the hammers? You have a dude that's just like throwing hammers into the crowd, like. People are just getting domed like left and right with these fucking hammers.
Psychedelic mushrooms everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a mushroom guy. And then you just like, oh dude, that'd be so fun. You have turtles everywhere.
Yep.
Turtle shells.
Yeah.
No, actual turtles. Just like giant tortoises roaming.
People just throwing bananas at every single car.
Oh my god.
Yo, that'd be... Oh, so here. For Super Mario World, first park will open 2020 in Japan. The next park will open 2021, 2022 in Hollywood.
Have you guys ever wanted to go to Japan?
Oh yeah. You know where you really want to go?
So we're Sean and like the rest of us are talking about going next year to
No way.
the Tokyo Grand Prix.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
That'd be super
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we don't have anything set in stone yet, but we're researching it and trying to figure out how much it would cost and everything. And yeah, I really want to go to Asia.
That'd be so fun.
Oh yeah,
Dude. Yeah, Asia's a whole nother world.
oh yeah.
So then in 2025 it opens in Singapore, and then in 2023 or later it'll be in Orlando. So it'll come to Orlando at some point.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't realize they had the space and land for that in Orlando.
Even Hollywood
Dude,
too.
Orlando
Where are they
has
gonna
so
find-
much land. It's so much bigger than the one in California.
What?
It's insane.
Orlando?
Orlando.
No, but Disney owns like that whole area. Walt own like all of that to build a city. What is it?
Oh, that's what I was talking
Epcot.
about.
Epcot is supposed to be.
I was talking about how much land Disney owns in Orlando.
But that's my point. Is Universal's not the. They're going to be really limited for space when Disney owns everything right next to them.
How much is going to go in? Like how many rides does it say?
It's very quiet on the details. I think we're
Is
really
it a
going to have
park or
to
just
wait
like a
for the.
section?
It's a park. It's going to be its own separate park. At least I hope. That's what they lead you to believe from this article, and that's what I've gotten the impression of.
I don't see anything.
Okay, here we go. Only a few hour train ride away. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what's in it.
I just remembered. You had a Wii, or no, not Wii. You had a Nintendo Switch, right? Why did you return it?
I returned it. Well, so I bought a Nintendo Switch right around Christmas time, and it got to my apartment, and leading up to it, I was super pumped. But then when it showed up, I didn't even take it out of the box, and it just sat in the corner of my room for like a week. And I was like, if I'm not that excited about it, this is way too much money to not be excited about something. So that's the reason that I ended up returning it. And I don't know. If it was like $100 cheaper, I would have done it for sure. I would have kept it, and I would have still played it and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Like as soon as it got to my apartment, I just wasn't as excited as I was originally when I bought it.
Okay. So did you reallocate that somewhere else then to buy something?
No, just nothing.
Kept it for a rainy day.
Yeah, pretty much. Should have done something more exciting with it. Should have bought myself a
Wii.
Yeah, if
something.
Nintendo Switch doesn't work, you just get a Wii.
I don't even. What would I have even bought with it? Like I don't know. So anyway, yeah, no, that's why I returned it. But
okay.
Damn, son. Oh, so I guess at this point, should we take it to the real debate? I mean, this is the real trigger warning, because this is gonna really upset people. People take this really serious.
Is this the would you rather?
No, Brian.
Oh, why? Dude, dogs are clearly better than cats.
Oh no, cats.
Brian proposes that dogs are better than cats.
No, cats for sure.
Ryan disagrees.
My dream job is to quit my marketing career and become a cat rancher. And just have
a cat
rancher. Have thousands of cats that just run free.
You just breed them like.
Imagine me as a Wild West cowboy, and I'm sitting on a horse, and instead of cattle, I just have cats everywhere.
Why not dogs? Because that image would be so much better with a field of dogs.
Yes.
Okay, if we were to say that
and
these animals came
and
from...
they wouldn't all be just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, they would love you. They wouldn't hate your guts and be like, I'm going to...
with you.
Cats are literally the most mean, evil bitches until it comes to feeding time. And I want my back scratched. Until then, I'm going to go to the other side of the room. Don't even think about looking at me, talking to me, or trying to pet me.
You know what?
I'll bite you.
You know what? I stand by it.
Find me a mean dog
kitty.
That isn't as a result of a bad owner, whereas every cat is a mean cat.
Nah, dude, cats are awesome. Cats are the best. Love cats and need cats.
Yeah, why?
Standing by it.
Why are they better than dogs? What about a cat is better than a dog? We just rattled off.
Because cats sit on your lap and they purr, and
dogs sit on your lap.
If they're small enough, but if you have a small shit rat looking dog, then it's
this is where I teeter-totter.
So what if you have a dog?
I'm not a big dog person.
Dude, any dog under 100 pounds is not a dog.
Wrong. My 4-pound Maltese was nothing but a dog.
Any dogs less than 100 pounds is a cat.
Yeah.
My 4-pound Maltese was nothing but a dog, and a dog to the end of the earth.
Because it was just a dog.
I mean, it did that.
Yeah.
It was a loud little rat when it wanted to be, but it wasn't that
yappy.
loud. It wasn't that yappy. I got lucky, but it was still a dog, and it was. I'm like you. I'm the middle. This is perfect. I hate big dogs. The second your dog is big enough to be another person, like take up space on the chair like a person, too big, get the fuck out. When I come to your house,
Cody's pretty awesome.
Nothing pisses me off more than when you're at somebody else's house and the dog takes the other spot on the couch. There's your buddy, there's the dog. The dog's sitting there looking at you like, what the fuck you gonna do? This is my couch. What you gonna do? And you're looking at him like,
you're not gonna fight me. I'm a dog.
And you're
because they just dead weight. Like
exactly. And he's like, this is my spot. And you're looking at your buddy like, hey bro, You gonna get your dog out of here? Or are you gonna make your guests sit... Right, you gonna make me sit on the floor? This is the friggin' animal. People are... Kemp will sit there, my dog? That's my dog's chair.
We're just
I don't know what to do about it
right now. He doesn't really talk to me.
He just jumped up here. I don't know. There's nothing I can do.
Dude, I hate big dogs. They jump on you. My dog,
dude,
may have jumped on you, but it was half up your shin. You couldn't even tell. This dog's like right on your chest. Poof, poof. And you're like, yep, nope, you weigh more than me. I'm already pissed.
You should just get like a pet rabbit because it sounds like you just want something just small
and they're not as
and
mean.
Furry. And that just sits on your
or
lap.
a chinchilla.
No, I want a cat.
But why?
You should get a chinchilla.
Cats are dope.
But why
they're
are
not
they dope?
Because what about
they don't do anything.
They have evil personalities.
Have you ever noticed? I think I was starting to tell you this yesterday or somebody else. Cats are just proof in of itself and its owners why they're so boring. A cat owner is never satisfied with one cat.
That's right.
You never have one cat because it's boring as shit. You need more. You need some excitement. You need to switch it up. So you go out and you get that second cat as soon as you think that you know how to take care of the first cat. And then you just let that one cat just do whatever
Sidlecki got a second cat.
On
Friday,
my point,
yesterday.
There we go. I guarantee you he gets a third cat some point in his life. How many dogs do I have? One. Why?
How many do you need?
Because that's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I don't need any more. All right.
I had a cat for like 15 years growing up, and so I think that's why I'm such a big cat person. All right, I will concede that all cats are psychopaths. All of them are. Of course they are.
At least we can find common ground on that.
But
if I need a
love
hitman,
cats.
I'm going to a cat.
Go to a cat. That cat will murder anyone and feel nothing.
Exactly. Feel nothing.
They feel nothing.
Can you feed me? That's what they feel. That's what they feel. And I'm gonna go back to the scratching post. Can you feed me? I'm gonna go back to the scratching post. And I hate that you have to like build a rapport with the cat. You just go to your friend's house for the first time, and the cat's like, "Fuck you." Then the next time the cat's like, "Fuck you a little less." Then the next time he's like, "Still hate you." And then
fuck you.
Exactly. And
but it's kind of like I like you, fuck you.
Hey, you're right.
Eventually, they simmer down to just a middle finger as they're walking by.
Hey, Bill, what's up? But a dog? The first time you meet a dog, hey, stranger, what's up, stranger? I love you, stranger. Let's meet. I want to be your friend, stranger. And you're like, this is why I love dogs. You love everybody. A cat doesn't even love their owner.
They're like, thank you for the roof.
I'm still pissed at you, though, because I can't hunt mice here, so we're at a divide. Still hate you. Just keep the bowl of food full. We'll be all right.
Oh, man.
All right. We could transition to the would you rathers now.
Whoa. Is it
Even
time?
though would you rather kill a cat or a dog, it's a cat.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh,
plus it has 9 lives, so you kill it once, it's got 8.
Right, exactly.
So, dogs, you only have 1 because it puts so much love into one life. But
dude,
you nerd.
Yeah, you nerd. So last night, Truckley and I posted on my Instagram asking for would you rathers. They all had to do with your sister or your sister and your mom.
Yeah.
Like my mom, the mom was thrown in there a couple times to the point where I'm throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and I'm not asking you people for that ever again. So moving on with ones that I have found. These are not. Oh. I went to the first one. I was like, that's not too bad. Then I got to the second one, and I was like, woof. So, would you rather cuddle up in front of the fireplace or light your fire in bed? What? Oh, I guess just get in bed. Cuddle up in front of a fireplace or light your fire like the doors. Come on, baby, light your fire in this bed.
Bang it out in front of a fireplace or bang it out in the bed.
Yeah. Fireplace, sure. If you got the right kind of setup, like I don't want to be in like janky parents' house in front of a fireplace where like if it's like, a nice modern house.
Like a mansion.
Yeah.
A bearskin rug.
That's what I'm thinking. Then, of course.
I've got...
That's without a doubt.
What's his name? Hefner? His robe.
Oh, the Hugh Hefner robe?
Hugh Hefner,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Why could I think of his first name?
Yep.
Hugh Hefner robe. I've got a scotch and no socks on and some shower slippers that go too far.
And yet, that's exactly where I would be.
And a cigar and a,
Yeah,
and a
smoking
severe
stogie
comb
and-
over.
yeah.
Like one you've never seen. No, a pipe.
And a pipe with nothing in it.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there,
For aesthetics.
and
I just love the sound.
or you have one of those pipes with the bubbles that come out, like
It's gotta be the bubbles for sure.
And a monocle.
Yes.
Monocle, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, give us another one.
Well, then
I
it
look
gets
like Mr. Peanut.
Yeah.
The top hat, yeah.
You'll be as bald as him as well. And just So the first one wasn't too bad. Then I moved to the next one. And I was like, oh, woof. Would you rather wrestle naked in a pool of Jell-O or chocolate pudding?
Ooh.
Here's the thing. I'm going with the
was
Jell-O.
so funny.
I'm going with the Jell-O for multiple reasons. One, Jell-O's going to be less dirty. But then I thought about it and I'm like, well, it's going to melt down. Jell-O doesn't last in its state for too long. So then, but guess what? It's still going to be less dirty than the pudding, and then it turns into like a pool, like a swimming pool. But it tastes like cherry.
You know what? I'm going with Jell-O.
I'm going with pudding.
Dude, you want pudding in your ass crack and behind your ear and through your like...
It tastes so much better than Jell-O. You kidding?
You're right.
I just think that the Jell-O would be easier to wash off.
I feel like, dude, I'm going off a taste here. All right, the Jell-O, if after like a person is in it, is gonna be sour, right?
But we're never doing it again.
Yeah.
This is a one and done pool.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. It's just like if it's there, I'm just like I want to try it. Like I want to try what it tastes.
Oh,
like.
right, you're
Yeah,
right.
like,
if I was gonna get in something gross, might as well
I'm gonna
go
get in a big
in
pool of pudding.
like.
The pudding is delicious.
But hold on,
Jell-O.
how about back to my point? When it comes to even just being out there an hour, do you know what's not going to be good sitting in the sun for an hour?
Orange
Pudding.
juice.
You know what's going to be great sitting out for an hour? Sugar water.
Jell-O? No.
Jell-O is nothing but sugar water.
I'm still going with Jell-O, yeah.
The sugar water, you're going to have spoiled dairy. Ugh.
Dude.
And you're just going to be
do you
doing
know how
backstrokes in
long
it.
wrestling in a pool? I know you used to wrestle, but wrestling
Like
for
6
a
minutes?
straight hour that is so long. No one would ever do that.
I forgot the wrestling aspect of all this. I thought we were just hanging out in a pool.
Folks would just sit in a pool.
I mean, back to your point about wrestling. Wrestling
if we're
matches
just
don't.
sitting in a pool, I'm going Jell-O because I want to see if I can like slide.
Yeah! I want
And,
to
like,
head
and have it
like
like these flat
do
on
a
the
head
top.
dive in.
Yeah,
Like-
and then you just stick like a like the bullet.
But
like,
dude,
in the-
I'd be
Yeah.
worried about doing a dive into the Jell-O because you would most likely
You would
die.
totally go
You would and then you'd be stuck and you'd be like.
And that's
Suffocate
when you
to
want to
death.
go
Yeah.
with the flavor. If you go into a pool
You just gotta
of
eat
pudding,
the Jell-O out loud, and then you die of stuffing yourself. All right, if you're wrestling, are we wrestling like a significant other? Or is it a lady friend? Because then
that's just unfair.
I'm gonna wrestle him in Jell-O just because then we'll never get to each other. We'll be like, and we'll be stuck in the Jell-O and we'll be like, I guess we're not. But if we're wrestling naked with a girl, we'll be like, come over here and let's get dirty in this pudding.
I would totally
yeah.
do pudding just for the amount of poop jokes I could make.
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was thinking it too. You're right, 100%.
There's just so much more material that goes with
Yeah.
chocolate pudding.
Yeah, alright, that's fair.
This is weird. To me, it has an obvious answer, but
Okay.
would you rather make whoopee in your parents' bed or at a mattress store?
Mattress store.
Or on my parents' bed. No.
Mattress
on the
store,
mattress
for
store,
sure.
for
Yeah.
sure. Are you kidding?
I don't even need it to be the other option, my parents' bed. I probably just want to have whoopee
Yeah.
in the mattress store.
Now,
You know?
now that's like on the bucket list. Like, like, thanks
That was
for
just
the
something I
idea.
want to do.
The plane bathroom has already been on there, so now it's time to add another one. I'm getting it in the store. Okay, Would you rather accidentally send a dirty text to your boss or a sexual voicemail to your mom?
I would probably send it to my boss.
Really? I'm thinking my mom, because my mom's not dangerous. Like, it's not going to affect my career. All she would do is be like, Alexander, that was inappropriate. You know, like...
I feel like...
So dirty text, are we talking, like, only words, or are we talking, like, dick pic? Like...
Woof. We're not talking about the dick pic.
No.
These are textual messages.
No, I just feel like you could play off the text messages going to the wrong... Yeah, it's super awkward, but you could totally play that off.
My mom would obviously know that the voicemail was not for her. And
but
ladies, I'm such a gentleman that I would have nothing on that voicemail that I wouldn't want my mother to hear, so...
No, how are you going to call your mom and be on there, hear the voicemail of your mom, and then leave a dirty voicemail after hearing your mom's message?
You may have missed that part. Hold on, you're adding details to the Would You Rather that I'm not a part of.
Logic. That
how does it get there? No, what I think it is okay, what is it? A sexy voicemail to your mom. So what you could have is you butt dial your mom and you're talking to your girl like, hey, sexy, I'm gonna... And then she catches all that. And you're like, oh, sorry, Mom.
That's not how I interpreted that question.
I interpret the question as it doesn't get on her voicemail with you knowing about it. It's supposed to be a sexual voice message because the text is not for your boss and he's getting it. So this voicemail is not for your mom when she's getting it. It's a voicemail for your girl. And you're like, yo, girl, I can't wait until you get off of work and I'm going to do that thing to your piece that I love. Yeah, right. And that's going to be it. And your mom's going to be like, oh, what a gentleman. He talked about her peach sweetly. And that's going to be the end of it. Whereas your boss is going to be like, Alexander, come here. We got to talk.
Well, all right. So
you said it's ass-eating season?
So my situation's a little different here.
It's not for another 2 weeks.
So my boss is a woman. My boss is a woman.
Whoa.
And
yeah, you don't want that going to her.
And I'm friends with her husband too.
Yeah, that gets even worse.
So I'm going voicemail to mom because that would be weird as fuck. Even if it's something super raunchy in the voicemail, like butt dial while I'm just doing whatever. I'm going with that.
Yeah, you guys are taking that a lot farther than I thought I should. Yeah.
They're qualified.
Wait, whoa. You guys thought that out way too much.
No.
5 minutes ago, I'm just trying to play out the rational equation here. I'm just trying to see how we get...
No, I meant, like, dirtier than I thought.
What did you expect it to be?
I love you, I miss you.
No. Those are Brian's sex messages. I love you. I'm thinking about you, boo.
Thinking about
you. If you said that to your mom, that would be fucking weird.
Thinking about you, boo. That's why I wanted to be something overly aggressive.
She would probably not talk to me. There's a better chance of her not talking to me after leaving that message.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying...
Then a butt dial during sex.
I need it to be something super raunchy so my mom knows it wasn't for her. Because if we blur that line just a little too much, that'll ruin the relationship forever. You called me boo? Okay. Would you rather accidentally send a dirty text to your boss or a sexy voicemail to your mom? We just did that one. Would you rather talk dirty?
Let's talk about that.
Would you rather talk dirty to me over the phone or through text/picture messages? What? Okay. Would you rather make out at the movies or in the backseat of a car?
Either one.
Movies.
I don't know.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't rather... Yeah. I'd rather do it at a drive-in movie. Boop, boop, a-doop.
In the backseat of a car.
At a drive-in
movie? Yeah. So, sidebar
How about the back of a pickup?
That's even better.
The bed of the pickup truck.
Well, that's where you do the drive-in.
I'm totally just...
Yeah, alright, yeah, that's
changing
fair. So, sidebar real quick. I had a friend in high school that worked at a movie theater, and I was just like, hey, man, what, like, he had the job of, like, going and, like, cleaning up after shows and stuff. I was like, hey, man, like, just curious, what's, like, the weirdest thing that you've ever found after a movie? And without skipping a beat, he was like, use condom. Use condom, instantly.
How do you get away with doing that?
No idea.
Easily, dude.
What the hell? What?
Yeah.
What
At
the
a drive-in?
No, at like an AMC like.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
not a
dude,
drive-in.
hold on.
Yeah.
It could have been one of those movies where nobody's in the theater.
And you get the handicap seats in the back.
Yeah, so that's
Right
possible.
around.
Yeah, you go to like the 1 a.m. showing of some movie that nobody wants to see.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah,
I mean,
the movie doesn't end until
We've
5
all
a.m.
gotten the dark light rub and tug, you know, like...
PHJs at the least.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. It's just like how many people are in the theater. Because even if there was like, all right, there's those old people.
Still, man, the
I mean, it takes gall. That
Yeah,
takes
it
a real
does.
gall.
It does. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, your
the
balls
audacity
are
to just do that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Would you
Dude,
rather do that?
Kinda, it's like the Mile High Club,
It's
man.
quite a
It's like
brazen act.
how the fuck do people get away with that? And also, you gotta be like,
you just have to.
Someone's not
care.
paying attention to the bathroom. You got to catch people like on a long flight where it's like, all right, it's 2 a.m, people are asleep. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Gotta be
wait
the red
5
eye,
minutes,
yeah.
and then you come to the bathroom, knock 3 times, and I'll lock that bitch. Like,
yeah,
you know, where she's got, and you're like, yep, like,
and that's it. Yeah,
It's actually
yeah.
your grandma.
and you're like, Graham, how'd you catch the secret code? Okay, okay. Would you rather make love on a beach or in a jacuzzi? I'm gonna be honest with you. Having doing both,
The
it's the
bathtub.
jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi, because you get sand
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yo,
And you have the
my
jets.
my uncle
and the
introduced
jets,
me
yeah.
to. You guys know what the 40 grit is?
The 40
The
grid.
40 grit.
Grit.
The 40
Like
grit.
GRIT.
like sand coarseness.
Yeah, you ever hear the 40 grit?
Oh my god.
It's when you're fucking a girl on the beach and then you pull out, slap it in the sand, and go right back in.
It's like Timmons with Sloth Girl.
Yeah. Woof.
Dude, it was unreal how much like Sid the Sloth from
Yeah.
Ice Age this chick looked like. It was,
And he
like,
was all about it.
oh,
And he was like
Grandma
yeah,
Masters was not.
He yeah. Oof. That was an interesting day.
Okay, so moving forward, would you rather lose your sense of feeling during love or lose your sense of taste? I'll go with taste because it's not like there was any delicious flavors I was getting to begin with.
Wait, say it one more time. It was,
Oh, taste during love or just taste overall?
Oh.
I thought that was just.
No, I think it's the logical statement of would you rather lose your sense of feeling during love or lose your sense of taste during love?
oh, was it during love? Oh, during
Yeah,
taste. Yeah,
taste.
obviously. Yeah.
I mean, I think that if it's your taste during love, I think that makes the question way too easy.
Yeah.
So that's why it leads me to believe it just means taste.
Okay, so your taste period?
Yeah.
Woof.
So, like,
Dude,
yeah.
I'm going to lose my taste anyway because then, do you know how much weight I'll lose? My addiction to food drops. Curbed. French fry, never going to be satisfying again. Might as well bring me the shit salad because...
will
Celebrate for the rest of your life.
Right? You'd be like, man, this tastes like a cheeseburger the way I remember it. I'm going with
you'll
taste.
sound just like that, right?
Yes.
That's what the
That's
the
what
vegetables-
losing taste
yeah.
does to you.
Oh.
You're just like, I can't taste none good no more. I mean, I don't want to lose my sense of feeling during love. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with taste too. Even though I love food
Yeah,
so
but food.
fucking much, but oh my god, this is the hardest one we've done so far for me.
I think so.
God damn it,
Dude.
I still think I'm gonna go with taste.
Oh, 100%.
I think, yeah.
That's a without a doubter.
Yeah.
Without a doubter. Okay, back to it. Would you rather tease with hot wax or ice cubes? Ice cubes? Are you
Wait,
joking? Both of those seem lame,
Yeah.
but
Rather
you're
what?
definitely not teasing me with hot wax.
Mm.
You know when
Ice
people
cubes.
like drip the candle on you,
Like
like
that scene
"Bah."
from Wolf of Wall Street.
That's what I
where,
think of,
yeah.
and that pisses me off. No, I don't want that. Bah, and he's like, "Please stop!" And she's like, "Ugh." Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
In what world does that sound fun? Oh,
Yeah.
remember when Halsey would come out and his back would just be clawed?
Clawed to shit. Yeah.
Like, yo, That
What
did not look
do?
fun.
Because Natasha would destroy him. She would rip that dude apart.
Yeah,
She was wild.
She
to
was
say the least, man.
wild, yeah.
Oh boy, she did not like me.
Okay. Would you rather have your girl dress as a sexy librarian or an exotic dancer?
Librarian.
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No.
The dancer might be a pretty... I mean, yes, the librarian's hot, but like...
Yeah.
Okay, fine, whatever. Would you rather get a massage with peanut butter or maple syrup? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, for sure.
Maple syrup sounds miserable.
Crunchy?
That shit touches my hair or her hair,
Yeah.
and it's over.
Yep,
It's
peanut
over.
butter.
The second it gets in her hair, I'm gonna feel so grossed out for her. Be like, that seems miserable. I wouldn't want that. And she's gonna have long hair. Be like, all right, it's over. Shower time. We're gonna be in the shower for 2 hours because the maple syrup's going nowhere.
With a bald head. No, you would be bald.
Yeah, you just cut it off.
Yeah.
No, this is a long-term decision massage. Are you sure?
Yeah, right.
Yo, this is aggravatingly easy, but I'm sure to be ironic, you may come out another way. Would you rather French kiss Betty White or Miley Cyrus?
What?
You know, I thought that was going to be an easy answer, but now I'm wondering.
Miley Cyrus, dude. Am I alone in this?
She's gross now. She
No,
is.
Miley Cyrus.
Without a doubt. Betty White's
he
150 years old.
Yeah, he wants to make
Dude,
out
she
with
is-
a 93-year-old woman.
You know what? I'm going Betty White.
I knew it. I knew
going
someone
Betty
here
White.
was going to be like, I'm going to be ironic.
You know
Ew,
what?
Miley Cyrus.
And it's me.
No.
You got it.
She definitely has the most experience.
I will tell
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Like,
But if you could go to 14-year-old you and say, hey, she may have fallen off the wagon a little bit, but you'll get to make out with Hannah Montana at some point.
At that point, I would have said, yeah, absolutely. But now, just to be a contrarian, I'm saying Betty White.
I respect that.
All right.
Just so I can report back to tell you how it was.
This will not be the one we end on, but I can't forego it at this point. Would you rather take a body shot off of me or me take a body shot off of you?
You.
Remember, I get my tongue involved.
Oh, god damn it.
See, that's the thing I do too, and I just don't know what I want. No. Can I phone a friend on this one?
He's your only friend, man. You have to... I'd rather get it taken off of me.
You know what? I don't want to suck the belly button lint out
Yeah.
of your stomach, so you're
gonna say
taking a
you
body
take it
shot
off.
off of me.
Gerget's getting drunk.
And if it's any consolation, I'm making you guys take one off of me for my choice because I ain't doing it off of you guys.
I was gonna say no. If Kemp was here, what would your answer be for him?
Lick away, Kemp.
I've been waiting for this, Kemp.
Okay, this is one to end on.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, would you rather walk in on your parents making love or have your parents walk in on you?
Parents walking on me.
I mean, it's already happened. They've walked in on me, so might as well
parents
just
walking
keep
on me
that
for sure.
tradition rolling.
Oh, I did want to ask you a question. It was I asked you the cereal question yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you think I should ask him? Yeah. All right. So,
Yeah.
I think everybody has their own method, right? But we can
To
all,
what?
To
Pouring cereal.
To pouring your own
Yeah,
bowl of cereal.
yeah. Let's roll with it.
So, unless you're a psychopath and you put milk in before your
That's a
cereal,
psychopath.
Okay,
Psychopath,
okay. Now,
Without a doubt, you put your cereal in first to gauge how much milk you need,
Anyone
Okay.
and
who
to
pours
keep
milk in
your
first-
cereal
Yeah.
dry as long as you can.
Anyone who pours milk in first needs to go under an investigation because they've definitely murdered bunches and bunches of people.
yeah,
Or-
it's the same person that has the toilet paper underneath.
Oh,
and they don't
yeah,
go
that's
over
right.
top.
Yeah, right.
It's the same person that puts on their turn signal but doesn't turn. They just
Yes.
they do it just to mess with you.
Yeah.
Yo, you're 100% right.
It's the same person that doesn't replace the milk in the refrigerator.
100%. It's the same person that doesn't wash their cups and makes you drink out of a plastic bowl.
Exactly.
It's the same person that wants to become a cat rancher.
But here's the next level. I'm glad we could get past the basics there. How do you determine how much milk you put into the bowl? Now, do you fill it up to a certain point every time? Is it dependent on
You have to gauge the milk based on proportion of cereal. So, like the cereal itself, right? So, my whole thing is I don't like when my cereal gets soggy and wet. So, what do? You have your pile of cereal, you put the milk up so there's a crest of cereal still coming out. You eat from the bottom. So the top stuff slowly comes in, and then that slowly gets more wet, and then by the time it's all... Every bite is the same consistency.
That's
and
pretty
then,
much exactly what you said.
If you run out of milk, you can add more milk.
Dude, this is wild. I was not excited. I'm doing a survey, a mental survey. I'm just asking people that question.
And how's it coming so far?
You guys are the first two that I've asked, and they have been the exact way that I pour my bowl of cereal. And I don't know if it's like that common.
Well, so that's the thing. It's either we have either been, birds of the feather fly together. So why are we here to begin with? We're all friends. There's probably a reason we're friends. We're probably of the same type.
Pour
so
the same bowl.
Right, yeah.
I feel like we would probably have the same tendencies, or is it that's the common way of people, and if you don't do it like that, you're a psychopath, so you should check yourself in somewhere.
Check yourself into a home because...
Do it before the court makes you, because then you can get out when you want.
Right, and you can forego the lobotomy by choice.
Exactly. They still do the screwdriver method.
Yeah, dude. Anybody that pours the milk first needs electroshock therapy for sure.
Seriously,
bring that back.
Or to the bigger question that Brian was getting at is the proportions. If you're putting way more milk in there, like you're just like tsunamiing your cereal, you're a psychopath. You eat wet cereal, you might as well just drink a cup of milk. Ew.
Yeah.
What is your favorite cereal?
Ooh, as I've gotten older, I'm all about, the grain cereal and stuff, but if I was just going to be like, this is not for health sakes, I'm just eating... My mom got me last year for school, she was like, I bought this, the calories are too high, for your dad and I to have it here, you just take it. Okay. It was a box of s'more cereal.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this shit had chocolate cups, marshmallows, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Not even cereal.
It is not cereal. It was candy and cookies for breakfast, and I loved it. So, favorite cereal is that, but I love cereal altogether. It's just, it sucks that it's so not healthy. So for somebody like me who's trying to, get in shape, you're always like, I gotta forego it. And even when you get the healthy cereal, that shit ain't good for you either. So it's at this point, if we're talking about dessert, what's your favorite sundae? I'm gonna get the s'more cereal, right? That's my favorite, but it's probably not stuff I'm gonna be buying anytime soon. What's your favorite, and what's your favorite?
Right. I've got a total serial killer pick. Frosted Mini Wheats.
No, see, I like Frosted Mini.
Love them.
I'm a fan.
Love Frosted Mini Wheats. Dude, so I told someone else that, and they were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, dude, I just like Frosted Mini Wheats. Dude. I just like it.
I'd have to go Raisin Bran Crunch. See, it's not an exciting cereal, but it's...
But you like it. You know what? You like what you like, and you're allowed to do that. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the shit.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good.
That's definitely my favorite childhood.
Yeah. I also like Frosted Flakes a lot.
Yo. I agree. But you know what? As I've gotten older, I've definitely not become... I'm less and less of a fan of those, cheesy kid marshmallows in cereal. Not a big fan. People are like, no, I'm old enough. I just bought a bag of just marshmallows off of Amazon. It's this giant bag. I'm like, nothing about that looks appealing. Not a damn thing. Mm-hmm. I have that at my disposal at my fingertips, and I have no intention of doing it because it's just gross.
Can I ask another question that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about right now? I'm going to pick your brain on something else I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that feels like... It could have been just my dad... or my uncles as well. But do you guys feel like when you were...
Text him your address.
Alright.
But
when you guys were growing up, right? Do you feel like you were just told things that were total bullshit, and now you're just reflecting back on it? Like there's no fucking way.
You're like, that was nonsense.
I was thinking the other day, because I just stopped over at my parents' house, right, after work, and my youngest brother, Cole, was being told by my dad that, like, he is using too much shampoo. Like, he's just plowing through this shit, dude. Like, a bottle every 3 days. Not really. but, like, he's using a lot of shampoo. And I'm like, yeah, hey, Cole, if you use way too much shampoo, your hair will fall out. And he goes, Dad, really? And I'm like, yeah, Dad told me that growing up. And my dad looks at me, he's like, what? No, I didn't. I'm like...
You're like, just go with it, just plow on.
I'm like... Then he just went with it. And then he's like, Brian, I never said that. And I'm like, you bullshitter. Yes, you definitely did. Because, dude, he did. I remember. He said that to Kevin and I. Just because he wanted us to save the shampoo.
But see, I always used to use a ton of shampoo. And what curbed my shampoo use was I would... we have a ski resort, Boston Mills and Brandywine, which is like literally these two resorts couldn't be closer to my house, like 5 minutes, but they're Ohio hills, so it's not like we're talking Colorado rolling mountains. So anyway, it was perfect for where we were at and everything, but the reason I bring it up is it would always be so fun to go there with like girls and stuff, and I was there on a date with this girl, and we're on a ski lift, and there's this big guy with just an afro, dude. Like, he was a white guy, a big white guy with literally an afro like this big. It was huge.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember being like, you know, a snarky little 15-year-old. And I was like, hey, how much shampoo do you use? And he's like, really? He took my question dead serious. Like, I was curious and wanted, you know, hairstyle suggestions. And he's like, really not a whole lot. I just put a little bit. It's about the size of a quarter. And that does my whole head. And that stuck with me forever because of how passionate and serious he took it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm using way too much shampoo. If that dude's hair, which was pretty well done, I mean, you could tell he took care of it. It's like, if he's only using that much shampoo and I've got an inch, like, I need to cut this shit down. And that's what, and now it works way better. You come out, your hair's, like, absorbed it better because you're not just drowning
it's not all
it.
oily. Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's another one I was told. So it was over by the Ohio State airport, right? And you know that farm?
Yeah.
We're driving by the cows, and my dad goes, you know, Brian, when cows lay down, they all face north. I believe it. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, seriously, dude, I've just been reflecting on this shit for like the past week now, like, how much bullshit was I fed?
So much, dude.
And I believed that. I believed it. Like, how I'm pretty stupid. Right? Like I must be if I'm believing shit like that.
It makes you think, like, how many dumbass things have I said now, and people are like, what is wrong with this guy? Like,
dude,
and they're just like, oh yeah, okay. Like, they're too nice to like say, like, tell me about the
Tom Segura's dad, like, thinking what Tommy Lee Jones was gay, just like, and he just thought it, so he was just going around telling people. He's like,
did you know he's gay? Tommy Lee Jones is gay.
He's like, no, he's not. He's like, I just talked to one of his best friends from like kindergarten. He's not gay. Oh, okay. So you're just okaying now? Yeah.
Yeah. But no, dude, if you think about it, like, right now in this period of your life, you're like, you know, I'm pretty knowledgeable. I'm not an idiot, but you know, at the same time, you do recognize that you don't know everything and that you're still learning. But it's so funny that, like, you probably felt similarly in college. You were like, yeah, you know what? I'm 20 and I've got my shit together. I'm reading books and I'm learning. I'm actually pretty darn smart. And then you become 25 and you look back at 20-year-old you and you're like, you were a damn idiot. Like, you thought you were a genius and you're an idiot. So now it's like, I'm 25, I'm about to graduate law school in like 9 months, and you're just like, nothing can break me. And then it's like, humble yourself, dude, because you know when you're 30, you're going to look back at yourself right now and go, that is not the same person I am now. That person's an idiot. And it's like, so you're always in this cycle, right? Like, you're just like, I can't believe I believe that. It's like, what else are you going to be thinking in 5 years where you're like, what was I thinking when I was 25, whipping around? Like, it's just so funny.
Think about how asinine those comments are.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kid, you're way more gullible. And it's coming from the biggest authority in your life, right? Like, you're going to believe the bullshit your dad feeds you because it's your dad.
I will just perpetually trust him.
And you're going to, guess what? And you're going to go over to the toilet bowl, scoop it all out, and feed the bullshit right to your kid. You're going to be like, here, kid, here's the bullshit. And he's going to eat it up. You're like, yeah, daddy.
I'm going to think it's funny. That's why.
What?
I'm going to think it's funny. Like, I
think it's hilarious.
Yeah, and your dad thought it was funny. He was like, yeah, dude, cows face north always. That's how the slaves got here.
It was the cows.
Follow the cows, yeah.
They thought it was the North Star. It was the cows.
You get lost in the woods, you just go find the nearest farm, look for a cow. It's your true north right there.
Well, I think this is a perfect wrapping point. Cows don't face north. And the earth is not flat. Guys, thanks for joining me again. This was a blast. I always have so much fun with you guys.
Yeah, it was great.
If you liked it, please share. Please subscribe. Send this around. We have a blast doing this, though. So, guys, thanks again. Druseikis, Brian.
Always a pleasure, man.
It's a pleasure.
Always.
Enjoy your day. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.